Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I know that this video is super late, but I still wanted to go ahead and share my February budget setup with you. So if you want to see how I set up my budget for February, stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this is your first time, don't hesitate to click that thumbs up button so that you can show that you enjoyed this video. Also, don't hesitate to click the subscribe button so that you can be a part of the Krystal Clear Ideas family. If you click that notification bell, you will be notified whenever a video uploads on my channel, and we would love to have you over here. So I'm not going to do a long intro, you guys. This is pretty much how I set up my budget for February. It is very late since today is actually Monday, February 25th. I have been budgeting, but I do have scrap paper that I put all of my things on. So all I have to do is transfer it over into my budget spreadsheet. And this is what I am doing right now. I actually like to write my budget down because I feel like I'm able to see it even more clearly. And we're going to jump right in. I'm using the kit from Shay's Budget Shop. Comes with 2 pages. I did go ahead and take some of the strips off of here for a video that will be posting tomorrow. Can't wait for you guys to see. I'm so excited. And we're going to jump right in. So first I start my first page with this one. Of course I'm using filler paper, you guys, so if you remember correctly, these line right up and they are amazing. I just love them. Okay, so I do that, and then I drop down a few lines. And I do have my January budget for last month on the side. That actually helps me. Set it up consistently each time. I love the grid or graph paper because it just makes it so easy to line everything up. Not to say that the line paper doesn't, but I don't know. I just think that whenever you're using grid or graph paper, it just screams budgeting to me. I just love that. So I have that set up. And then on the back, I'm going to put my sinking funds. So I will set that up. Well, upside down, y'all. Okay. All right, guys, so I didn't want you to have to sit here and watch me draw lines. Plus, it'll be so much easier since I have grid or graph paper here. So I can do that at a later time, but I did want to go ahead and do the general setup so that you can kind of see how things took place. And I switched up a few of my pages from last time. Last month, I put the January budget on the same page as the January expenses, and I found out rather quickly that I needed more space for the expenses, so I put the expenses on their own page. So you'll see here first my February budget. I'll draw the lines here a little bit later, but you'll see that I'll put in the budgeted, the actual, and then how close or how far away we were to the actual amount that we got paid. Chad is my husband. And then also we have the sinking funds. We have 4 different sinking fund accounts, each for different things. We have the main account, we have vacation sinking funds, anniversary, our regular savings, and then we have our home maintenance. So I put all of those in as sinking funds. Even though the savings is not really used as sinking funds, I still want to track the amounts and where they are right here. Also, I put in the cash envelopes for the month. Now, usually for my gas cash envelope, I had $80 a month, but based off of last month, I needed to up that a little bit to $90. I ended up cutting it kind of close, and I really don't want to do that. So $45 a check, $90 a month is what I will be using from here on out for cash envelopes for gas. Everything else was perfect. And then, of course, I made myself a little note. Income minus the debts and the bills that we pay is the monthly balance. And then, of course, our balance from here minus the sinking fund and the savings, the amount that we put in, will show us how much we have left. That includes the cash envelopes and what we will be rolling over to the next month. So here I put my sinking funds on this side. None of that has changed. All of the amounts are the same. The only thing I changed here is I put how much per check would be taken out instead of per month, because I didn't want it to be confusing. So every check we take out $140, and that goes to the main sinking fund account that encompasses all of this. And then this is how much goes in the other 3 separate sinking funds accounts. I don't put savings on here because it's technically not a sinking fund, but I like to track it on the main overview page for my budget. Here I will go ahead and list my expenses. I'll pretty much use the same setup, just draw the lines. That won't take long. I could just go through my transactions and fill that all in. And then, of course, I have a second page for that as well. And then here on my February budget, let me pull it over so you guys can see. So on my February budget, my expenses and bills pretty much remain the same. The only change that I made was HOA. Used to be due by the 15th. We had a new company take over the HOA, and they changed the date. They wanted everything in by the 10th. So I had to make note of that. It actually went into effect January, but I didn't double check it. And so fortunately, I went ahead and sent it in. But I do want to make sure from now on that I have it documented. So I have that listed there. And then, of course, I had to change savings to 28 because there are only 28 days in the month of February. And we always make sure that our savings monies get sent over on the last day of the month. Also, I wrote here, which I didn't have a strip. I used my extra strip, but usually that extra strip would have gone here. I could also have used this item description amount and date, which I guess I could have used that. You know what? I might. Well, yeah. Let's try it. Let's see how it turns out. There we go. So I'll draw the lines later, but we'll try it this way. So sinking funds expenses right there, and I'll go ahead and document any type of sinking fund transactions that take place or has taken place in the month of February. I am, guys, going to really try hard to make sure that I get this budget set up out early for March. So stay tuned for that. It will be really, really soon. And then also I have my February goals. I don't like to have stickers left over, so I did go ahead and utilize all 6 goals, even though I know for sure I'm not going to have 6 goals. And then I am going to separate this page so that I can have a month at a glance, so that I can make notation of what I want to plan for March. So there you have it, guys, my setup for my budget pages for February. I am loving the way they turned out. I am really enjoying Shay's kits. So I will also leave a link down in my description box so that you can check out her Etsy shop. And if you decided you want to check out her channel here on YouTube, you can check that out as well. She actually uses her own kits in her planning for budgeting, and she also makes sure that she uses it in an Erin Condren. That way you can see how it's used on filler paper for Happy Planner and for Erin Condren, just so that you would have a wider range of how it could be used. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate all of your support. Comment down below on any changes that you see may need to be done. I'm really just showing you guys my setup. I'm not comfortable sharing all of my numbers at this time, but maybe sometime in the future I will get to that. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if it gave you some ideas, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.